Oh, we are live. Oh, good evening. This is Andre down here in Jacksonville, Florida of Overcoming the Odds. And we're going to get right into it. It's talking about the unspoken rules or secrets of Facebook. And just a little bit of some of the stuff they don't tell you as far as building a business online. But before any further ado, let's go and introduce my other business partner out in the other side of the country, Miss Patricia.
Hi guys, this is Patricia Henry here, and yes, from sunny California. It's wonderful here and gorgeous. It's 80 degrees today, if you can believe that. So if you've heard Andre today, what we're going to discuss is these unspoken rules of Facebook that nobody talks about. So some of them you might know and some of them you might not know, and that's why we're discussing them today, right, Andre?
Oh yes, yes we will be. This to give you guys this heads up as far as what we're going to be covering as well this evening. We're going to be talking about how to put your best foot forward using Facebook, such as your profile setup. Let's be real. A lot of people, especially those in the home-based business profession, they don't have their profile set up for maybe prospects or maybe possible leads to find out a little bit more about them. Because when it comes down to it, people do business with who? You. They don't do business with the name of the company or whatever it is. They do business with people. So that's one of the things we'll be covering this evening. Another one is we're going to be showing you guys how to monetize your pictures or your posts using Facebook, and also how to act like a pro on Facebook. Almost like in a sense, well, not in a sense, Facebook etiquette. Because a lot of people, again, you would think it's something that is real simple, but for whatever reason, most people still don't do these simple things. I have no idea why not, and it kind of does behoove me. So without any further ado, let me show you just something as simple as this. And let me get to my, all right. All right, let me screen share real quick so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Something as simple as this. Your about me. Guys, it's all right to go and fill this out. Let people know that, okay, you're a real person. You don't have to put your whole birthday or whatever. You don't have to put your number on it. You don't even have to put your email. But go ahead and fill this out. Where do you come from? What part of the world are you from? If you went to school or you didn't, that's all right. Maybe where you used to work out or where you work out, that's all right. Go fill those out. Maybe details about you. Something as simple as this. Just so you can understand, okay, this is where I'm coming from. Okay, entrepreneur, think and grow rich practitioner, semi-pro football player. And yes, I've been doing all three for the last few years. So, this is something just to keep in mind. You have some good quotes to think about. If you have some good quotes that you like, go ahead and share that. Let people know, again, that you're a real person. Okay, if you don't want to put anything about family relationships, that's cool. But I mean, if you do, that's all right too. But it's all right to go and fill this out. Some more basic information. Again, like we just mentioned earlier, you don't have to put your email down. But something as simple like maybe you have a blog, put it down. Let people know that they can come and get a chance to meet you. They can go and get a chance to see who you are. Just something as simple as that. Maybe places where you live. Let people know that, okay, this is a real person. And before I keep on going any further, this is something else that, again, a lot of people seem to forget when they do want to do business on Facebook. And we mentioned this about probably a few weeks ago, but the privacy, guys, let's be real. The privacy. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. Who can see your future posts? A lot of people have this on either friends or only me. Put this on public. Let people know how what you do. As far as what you like to share, maybe like some type of pictures you like to share. This little simple thing right here, and again, I've seen it a handful of times, especially for those in the home-based business profession. They forget this something simple as this, because I mean, somebody might not want to add you right away, but they want to see exactly what you like to post. If you like to have fun, I'm not going to go into too depth about this. If you want to go see movies or funny pictures or maybe some good quotes. something simple as that. Let people know that okay, this is a real person. I can go and relate with them. Relate to them. So that's just something just to keep in mind because again, as simple as that is, a lot of people just don't use this. They just don't really don't do the simple things. I have no idea why. I have no idea. And oh, he's got somebody else in our panel. Aaron, come on out, man.
Hi, Aaron. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Hey, everybody. Aaron Martinez here from Albuquerque, New Mexico, in Mountain Time. Yeah, sorry I'm a little late. I had some technical things to get worked out, but I made it, so all is good. And yeah, excited to be here today to go over Facebook tips and strategies with you guys. And yeah, I'll just kind of roll with it and chime in when I can. And I've definitely learned some new things about it lately, so I'm excited to share that as well. So I'll hand it back over to you guys.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool, cool, man. We
that's
were just covering this, simple stuff as your profile, Facebook etiquette, because a lot of people don't have that set up whatsoever. How to monetize either pictures or posts as well, and almost like had to act like a pro. So anything else that you want to go and share with, pretty much relating to those three things, go ahead and share away. I know Patricia, you're real good as far as do with the pictures and videos. I know Aaron, you are too, with a lot of videos that you've been doing on using on Facebook as well. So anything else you guys want to just chime in as far as adding on, as far as I guess as we said, monetizing your old, not monetizing old pictures, but any type of pictures or.
Well, what I
Yeah,
wanted to talk about was the fact that just discuss these things, the etiquette rule that a lot of people get on there, and I know I was guilty of that when I first came on Facebook. I didn't really know the rules. I should have read certain things, but for instance, I was just friending a bunch of people, and when I was friending them, Facebook has you can only friend so many at a time. But also with the etiquette, you want to, when you're trying to friend someone on Facebook, what you want to do is send them a message along, not just hit the friend button, especially if you don't know them. I was friending people that I thought that I knew, and that therefore it was okay. And Facebook would send me suggestions. But it's always good to go also, since there are things called trolls, these people that just try to friend you and they're not really even real persons, they're a bot or they're just somebody who's malicious. You want to put the person at ease who you're contacting. And I always go to my messages and I will message them and say, hi, how are you? This is Patricia Henry, and either I'm following you or I'm a friend, and I would like to send you a friend request. There's so many different ways that you can write a message to them in the private chat section of that. And maybe a lot of people don't even know where the private section is. We know that a lot of our seasoned business people, online internet marketers know how. But for those of you who are watching this, or you happen to discover this YouTube video and you're learning about Facebook, and Facebook also has tutorials, but the chat feature is right there in the middle. Let's show that. I'm going to screen share. And this is not a big, tip, but let me know when you guys can see my Facebook. Right here, in the chat section, right there, it's in between the friends request and the chat. And then here's all of the notifications right here. So that's where you want to click on that. And as you can see, I have tons and tons and tons of friends who I chat with. And I will go here, like for instance, Rosalinda Lindsay. She's live right now. You can see with the little green arrow. And I messaged her earlier today. We know that we're all going to Nashville. So we were trying to set up rooming together. But this is where I go. I'll start typing in here or something, and then of course on Facebook, if you're on your computer, you can see the people. No, wait, it's on the phone. You can see them. Little three dots start waving up and down, and you can see that they're typing to chat back with you. If you've message them. On here, it doesn't show anything on the computer, but you know, you just wait a few minutes and then you'll see their comments or their message back at you. But this is so vital to use the message chat for messaging people and sending them private messages. If you wanted to send a post, like this is our post here for our Hangout. If I wanted to notify someone, of course we have email. If we have a list, we're building a list, but you can private message them if I wanted to share this. The share feature is here. The box pops up. As we know, this may or may not be a new thing for seasoned entrepreneurs or whatever, but for business, there you go. I could share it in a group. I can share it on a fan page, which I have, and I have 4 fan pages, but I could also share that there, and of course send and share the private message. So that feature is very vital if you are, I'm going to get out of this. If you're trying to contact somebody, I know I get a lot of people. Oh, also, there's the other box. This is recent. The recent one is here, which is our chat, and I believe that is Andre just did a thumbs up, so that shows up. But also we have this other messages. I get a lot of people who I don't know come into this other message box. There's nothing there right now. Let me see. And these are people who have messaged me, and sometimes I quite honestly, I forget to look here. But those are people who have no connections with me, and they will, unfortunately, a lot of them have no profiles. And I'm not going to answer them back. I don't know who they are. Even if I go and I click on their page, you know, I can't even get this person. They are someone that Facebook probably blocked, right? And I don't want to accept it. I want to totally ignore them. I'm not even going to, it says the sender won't see that you've, let's see, read this message until I accept. But I don't want to accept because there's nothing there. I'm not going to accept a person that has no profile. I cannot even click on them to go to their fan page or to their profile page. I want to go to people that I know personally, or if they, like I said, if they've reached out to message me and they have a profile picture, that's who I will message. I will not message any trolls or people who are trying to be maliciously sending me things like, for instance, you know, I'm from someplace that I've won $1 million and I need to give them money, you know, something like that. I'm going to get out of this, guys. So that's all I wanted to say about messaging. And I'm back, right? Yeah.
You know, it was pretty cool, Patricia, while you were sharing that. I don't know, Aaron or Ian, I don't know if you guys noticed that too, that if you were paying attention, what Patricia was demonstrating that right there, she was able to, she liked her own post, and she had somebody like that same exact one. So we kind of just, you know, just share with you those little simple things too, especially if you have a big following too, or you have a lot of friends, or your friends list, and you like to post a lot too, especially if it's of value. It's simple stuff like that where you can get more and pretty much eyeballs to what it is that you're pretty much sharing, you know, something of value. Because I think that was pretty cool that she liked a post when she was talking about this hangout, and somebody else liked it immediately as soon as she liked that. I don't know if you were paying attention to that, Patricia, but I noticed that too.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
I noticed that too. I thought it was so cool. Oh, well, since we do have somebody else in the panel, come on out, Ian. Go ahead and introduce yourself, though, man. I know you got here a little bit later. And you're over there, man. You might be busy. But okay, that's all right. But anyway, that was pretty cool as far as what you just shared right there. As far as, you know, just something as simple as that. Hey, Ian, here you go, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit too long. There's been a little bit of things going on, but like I just want to get back to basics. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Ian, and you know the reason that I'm on this hangout, you know, I realised that I've just got to get out of my comfort zone more, and I got to, you know, speak up for myself instead of, you know, shying away behind the computer, as it's easy to do in this business. Where you can just turn your screen off like that. I realised I got to get myself out there more, and you know, my reason, you know, is to I realised, you know, I grew up on the family's farm, and I realised that, you know, it was so easy for me to hide myself away. Like, hey. it was so easy for me to hide myself away when I left school, and I spent 4 years in just reclusion of just being on my own, and just isolating myself from other people. And I realized after 4 years that my life must just mean something more to me than being on my own all the time and just freaking you know working, doing things, doing just bits and bats, that not really have any real worthwhile meaning to me. So I realized there must be something more out there, it's more purpose driven within my life, that I can go out there, maybe help more people find what they want to do with their lives. I'm still right at the bottom of my journey. I've got hardly any of the experience of what you guys have got through life. Only like 21 or whatever. I'm still finding my way, as we all are. But like, I realize, there must be some better way out there. That's, there must be something more worthwhile in my life. There must be something that means something to me, that makes life worth living. And that's how I got searching online for, a better way of life where I can live life on my own terms and not be stuck into, what was, a box at the time. I always felt like, that I was different, and I was like having to, stay in the confines of this box of, what someone else wants to do. And, I never felt like I could have that courage to pluck up and really stand up for what I want to do. And these are all reasons why I got started online, because it gives me that platform to be able to do that, to be able to have my voice and be able to share it too in front of loads of people, and be able to position myself in a way where if someone relates to my message that I'm sharing on Facebook or whatever, then they can reach out to me and say, hey, look, I really get where you're coming from here. And it's it's funny that the strangest of people that that you can attract, that you would never attract if I hadn't made that decision to get started online and make a difference in my own life, so that it allows other people to make that difference, to make that change that they want to make, they want to see in their own lives, in their own families' lives, in this world. There must be a reason we're here for more than just going to a job, doing the 9 to 5, doing the the everyday routine, the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and it just didn't make any sense to me. So I realized I've just gotta freaking do it. I've got to get out my comfort zone. I've got to stand up for what I believe in, what my my vision is, and must be something out there that's connects me to making life worth living, to making a life where I can live life on my own terms. I always felt different. I always felt like nobody understood where I was coming from. Like I always felt like the only one, the odd one out kind of thing. So that made it it felt like a challenge to really share my story, because I felt like no one was going to get where I was coming from. So once I was able to when I did finally get online and I started sharing bits about me and bits of my message on social media, places like Facebook, then it really surprised me when I found random people started coming towards me and saying, hey, look, I get where you're coming from here. You're not the only one who's felt this way. You're not the only one who feels like this. And that's just so much. That's so heartwarming to know that you're not the only one out there, even though at times we can feel we're trapped behind this computer screen, like no one gets the struggle that I'm going through. I'm trying to make this online business work, and it's kind of like you put in so much into it in the beginning, and we're maybe not getting the results that you're looking for. But you keep going, you keep persisting forward, you keep developing your skill set and your mindset every day, then it's just inevitable, because you're connecting, or at least I'm connecting with something that's more purpose driven, that's something that's more worthwhile, because I realize that when I can live life on my own terms and be able to progress and do what I want to do and speak up for what I want to say and what I believe in, and just where I want to go in the future, building a great massive big team of people who want to do the same sort of thing and be able to live life on their own terms, to do what they want, when they want, where they want, with who they want to do it with. I can just it's just so much more worthwhile and meaningful to be able to do that. And that's why I got on this hangout tonight, and that's why I share my message on Facebook and all the social media platforms.
Now, and that what you just said right there, Ian, is a lot better than when people will go and just talk about this their business only on their profile page. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, But you know, again, you really can't. People can't relate with you so much that they're just talking about, you know, business only. You know, join my team, join my team. And I know we've seen this way too many times for those in home-based business, online or offline, too. You know, hoping that they're able to get
Yeah,
some type
it's
of
kind of like
connection. You know,
what's the point in having a business if you don't have a life? It's
yeah,
just all
exactly.
one. It's
People
like
are
that
really
saying,
relate with you more so with that.
all, all is one when all is one, and it's absolutely true. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. People will relate with you more so with that, other than this, you know, this talking about business. I know, Aaron, we talked about it before too, as far as like it don't matter, you know, what type of success we have too, you know, just keep basically like hang at Facebook, like, you know, your hangout spot. You see what I'm saying? But you know, every now and then you can still, you know, give out some type of value or whatever. I know, guys post, you know, videos too. I know, Aaron, you do that every now and then too with your videos as well. You post something of value too. Patricia loves to talk about lifestyle too, and that's really a combination of both. You know, so this is something too. Just, you know, give an example as far as, you know, something as far as Facebook etiquette. You know, you're paying attention to what we've been sharing here too. We're pretty much going over these things right here. Just sharing those examples because I know you guys have seen it. You know, when you're seeing this live, you've seen it all over your Facebook. Even if you don't have, maybe if you have nothing to do with home-based business, pretty much, you know, I'm pretty sure you have somebody in your friends list that's involved with some other business. This is where, you know, where the world's coming to right now. You know, they want, you know, as Eric Warren likes to say, you know, it's a stone cold fact that we have a better way. We talk about network marketing, you know. So, you know, that's just one
I
way
was
to see it.
I was gonna say something with Ian. He just told us why he felt introverted and kind of alone with what he was feeling. But getting on Facebook and other people reaching out to him, that's another thing. When we are in business, we need other people to reach out to what are doing so we can put ourselves up there so people get to know, like, and trust who we are. So, of course, we do that through videos. We can post that on online. We have our fabulous blogging platform that we offer people. If they click the green button below, they will know what we're talking about and they can join our community. So it's a wonderful way for us who want to get out there to use this platform to do the various things that it can offer us. So that's what I wanted to say. To expand our horizons, so to speak, and people can follow our journey.
Yeah, I didn't know if Aaron, you wanted to add on anything else too as well, Max. I know you have a whole bunch of
Yeah,
stuff as well.
I'll just add that the whole reason I'm even here where I am right now is because of social media, because of a post that I saw on Facebook from somebody that I know, like, and trust, from the past, just a good friend of mine, and that's how I got involved with what I'm doing now, and that's the whole reason I'm even here is because somebody out there was using social media in an effective way to feel like they were speaking directly to me. And so that's what we need to strive to do is to actually speak to people in such a way that they feel like you're talking directly to them. I mean, not doing it, in any offensive way or anything like that, but like, just giving out good value and giving more of yourself, like sharing your own experiences and the way you felt about your experiences. And that brings me to another point. This is something I've learned recently that helps with exposure on Facebook is when you're in your profile and you're doing a status update or whatever. And I haven't really gotten in the habit of doing this yet, but I'm going to, especially since I just found out that how effective it really is you go in and there's a little drop down or something where you can, choose like what emotion that you're feeling, like you're feeling excited, you're feeling happy or sad or whatever. When you add that to it, yeah, just whatever you're posting about, add a little, like there's a drop down in there that'll say something like, how you're feeling. Yeah, like let me share my screen real quick, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking
Yeah, I was
about.
going to say share your screen, Aaron, so we could show them.
Yep, that's what I'm
We
doing.
have some pretty weird ones as well.
Can you guys see it right now?
Yep, we can see it.
Okay, so if I were to do a status update, you know, like do a status update, if you click here, you can choose from all these different things that you're, you know, just like little actions, right? So, you know, I could say that I am, let's see here, what a good one would be. Like if I'm attending a hangout or an event, you know, attending an event or, you know, feeling this way or that way, whatever, you can do that. You know, and you can tag people in your post. Now, I would say, like, you know, etiquette, you don't really want to go around tagging a lot of people without their permission. Like I've gotten quite annoyed by it, by spammers who will just go in and make a post about their, you know, some get rich quick thing or you know, just something that is annoying, right? And they'll go in and they'll tag like 100 people in their post so that they see it, you know, and it won't be anything of value. It'll just be like, hey, look at this, or hey, join my business, do this or that or whatever, and it's annoying. And so, like, when you tag people, make sure you're tagging people that you know wouldn't, be upset or offended or whatever by you tagging them. You want to make sure that they're okay with you tagging them. Then you can also post, you know, where you're at. You can add a location, and you want to make sure that you know it's set to public. Especially with the business that we're in here, whatever it is, like you shouldn't want to hide it. You know, like if you're truly into it, you should, you know, if you're going to post something, make it public. You can also segment your groups as well, but yeah, basically, like you want to just leave this public. I mean, you could, you know, change any of this, but by default, I just leave it public. You know, I haven't changed that, and I can't even remember the last time I ever changed it from that. And that's what gets people to find you is you have people that will just kind of discover you. Maybe they'll see one of their friends have commented on something of yours, and they'll be like, oh, that looks cool, I'll check it out, and then they come and like your post, or they leave a comment, and they're not friends with you yet. So what they're doing is they're giving you digital permission to get a hold of them, basically. And what you can do is you can message them and thank them for commenting or for liking or for engaging with your post, and that just kind of gets the ball rolling on, you know, on a conversation with them. And then, you know, as it continues, you can eventually tell them or show them what it is you're doing, or you can just become friends with them and let your posting kind of do the talking, like the value and everything that you're going to be providing. Like, you know, today I went and shot a video. Yesterday I did a, you know, picture quote or whatever. And there's a lot of different things you can do. You can do posts with only text, or you can do pictures, or you can do a video, or you could do a collage, or you could do a YouTube video, a blog post. You want to keep a variety of different things, but you don't want to make them all business related. Like you want to show people you're a real person, and that like just somebody that they would like to, you know, get to know in general. Like who cares about the business part of it, you know? Like when you're in front of people, you want people to like you for you first, you know, and you know, the business will come later, but like just get in front of them and constantly provide value, but like do your due diligence and engage with them on their stuff too. It's kind of one of those things like Facebook. If Facebook were to show everybody's posts at all times, you would never have time to read all of them. So they show you the ones that are most relevant the ones that you're likely, that they think that you're going to likely engage with. And so, if you've got, a couple thousand friends on Facebook, imagine that. And, you think about how many times you might post on Facebook a day, maybe 2 or 3 times, sometimes more. Even if it were just one time, right? Think about all 2,000 of your friends posting one time as well. You'd have 2,000 posts that you'd have to filter through and sort through, and there's no way you'd ever be able to, engage with all of them. And so what Facebook does is they show you the ones that are most relevant to what it is that you're doing based on your past activity and based on everything that you've put on your own profile that you're interested in, based on things that you've liked, based on other people you've followed or commented on or engaged with. Those are the people that are going to be like, hey, well, he's commenting on this person's Facebook quite a bit. I'm going to keep showing him that person's Facebook updates because it's going to keep him on Facebook and continue to get engagement. And so that's what Facebook is doing. And nobody really knows like the exact algorithm or anything like that, but just in my experience, what I found is that when you go out of your way and you reach out to people and you engage with them, then they start to see your stuff. And you can do a lot of things with tagging and all that kind of stuff. And do a variety. Do emoticons and all that. And that's another thing I'll show as well, is you can actually place symbols and emoticons and all that kind of stuff in your posts, and it's actually quite easy. You can do it by actually, like if you happen to see a post that has emoticons or symbols in it, you can just copy and paste them into your own. Or what you can do, and I'll share my screen here once again, is you can go to any website. Like, so I just Googled it, and this was the first website that came up, fsymbols.com. And then you can just grab something like, if you're flying somewhere, right? You can copy that, go back to your Facebook, and paste that airplane or whatever symbol in there. And there's a lot of different ones. Like, it'll just grab them, like express yourself. That's what I'm getting at here. You could show a cloudy day or something, right? So it copies it, and then now you can paste it in there. And you can be creative with these, right? Like, people aren't used to really seeing this stuff, so it'll help you to stand out and all that, and it'll just be a good thing to have a variety on your Facebook. And so yeah, try to be innovative with what you do, and you'll kind of set yourself apart. So anyway, that's what I got. So I'll turn it over back to you, Andre.
Wow. And comment below if you got back from what Aaron has shown me. Aaron, I've been trying to figure out how to do those symbols, man. I kid you not, for the last 2 years on Facebook. I did not know it was that website. Wow. Somebody's been learning from 6 and 7-figure earners. I know that. See our income disclosure below. And because he is a part of one of the bigger teams, too, in the company we're a part of. But wow, that was awesome, man, what you just shared right there. That was pretty cool. And then once you do that little status where he just mentioned, and let's say if he wanted to post it, they can do the same thing with Patricia did earlier, like it, and then guess what? That goes right up top to what? Other people's news feeds. So because I guess we mentioned earlier before, and Aaron just said it's for the whole reciprocity. I think I pronounce it. Basically you like or comment somebody else's post, they're gonna come back and share, show you that same love. I want to share something too as far as that as well. Since I mentioned, yes, I do play semi-pro football, but guess what? It's the same thing that happens when I'm liking other people's pictures and whatnot. I don't really expect to get this many, likes or whatever. Still playing football, American football for those that are in other parts of the world. But this comes around once you just like other people's stuff. Again, it's a little bit of lifestyle what I'm sharing. So you never know who's as we just mentioned, you never know who's paying attention. So you continue to keep on giving out the value, keep on sharing out exactly what we like to do. We like talking about quotes. I love quotes because I love reading. So why not go and share it? Do something that touches you, something that happened, or come a thought, something. Go ahead and share that. This giving you, this and not some ideas as well too, and not just talking about, again, nothing wrong with it, but not just talking about business 100% of the time on your profile. Lifestyle is something of value too, so people can take away, and it's there and it's shared. Then I like this guy. Let me go ahead and follow this person, or let me go and friend this person. And these guys have a lot more followers and friends than I do. So they're getting a lot, they're getting a lot of eyeballs too, as far as what they're doing too, and as far as what value they're sharing. So that's something just to keep in mind as well. I also want to share something real quick. And Aaron, you're going to get a kick out of this because I got to brag about this guy. Let's see if I can find it because he's pretty good too. He's been doing this lately. Give me 1 second. Wait. All right. Here we go. I got to brag about him. Again, see our income disclosure below because we had him one time as our guest, Mr. Paul Hutchins. This is somebody, again, who loves to do what? Give out value. Here he is talking about Bob Proctor, who's, obviously a big-time motivational speaker too, and he's been a home-based business professional as well. But what is he sharing out? Some value as far as one of the calls he likes to listen to, the Think and Grow Rich call. And for those that want to listen to it, here's the number right here. I'll just leave this for right now so you guys can take a look at it. And it's basically just that, to help your mindset, strengthen your mindset. And this replay number as well. And then he's sharing as far as like what we've been learning from Law of Success. But Paul loves to talk about, love giving that value as well. And yes, he is a six-figure earner. Again, see our income disclosure below. But he just loves sharing that value as well. And then obviously he likes to talk about what? Lifestyle. It's one of his sons. So, I mean, this simple stuff as that. I'm not going to give you too much because we got to save what we want to talk about later in the next coming weeks as far as, some of the other posts. But, this is something to think about. And then if you do have a blog post, let me go to this because I mentioned this earlier real quickly this evening, and we're going to come back right to it again. All right, here we go again. All right. So we mentioned that if you do have something in your, let's say your overview, or let's see, here we go. Here we go. Let somebody come on over here and get to your blog. You can just post it. They can click on it. And they get to do what? Relate to you. You don't have to have something as simple as this. Of course, I do stay playing semi-pro football because I love the sport. I'm not gonna lie. But then people can go and relate with you, whatever you like to share. So that's just something I just wanted to throw out there too. If you have a blog post or something of value, it can be a YouTube video or anything of some type of value. Go ahead and put that in the About Me. Some people can do what? Relate with you, because you never know who's paying attention. And so we mentioned earlier as well, give it a shot for $17 below, the Yes Let Me In button below. 2-week trial for $17. Give it a shot. See how it is as far as having your own blog platform. It doesn't have to be that set type of theme setting. It can be a little bit more however you want it. Give it a shot. And then when you're on top of that, go and get your ticket, because we have our next event here coming up in the next few weeks in Nashville, Tennessee as well. So you can really get to learn from who Aaron's been learning from here the last few weeks and few months, and what Patricia's been learning too as well. Another thing I want to share as well, and Aaron, you mentioned this earlier as far as how you got into this business as far as social media. Well, be honest with you, this whole Hangout setup got started because of a video that Ian did literally 2 years ago, because we were in the same team. He posted in our team group at the time, and it was kind of funny because he posted it. I think it was the first video ever. And then I kid you not, it was an Orlando event, 2014. I think it was the last day, it's the VIP day. I went up to him, I was like, "Oh, so you're Ian Clark?" He just looked at me like, I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry, man. I see your video and whatnot." The rest is history. So you never know who's paying attention as far as doing simple stuff as that. Because something as simple as that, you might think nobody's paying attention. Oh, that could be the ugliest post or video. You never know who's paying attention or who's who's like really want to do something big. So I'm not gonna lie, I want to do something live weekly. And again, we're going down talking about that more in depth in the next coming weeks. But I want to partner up with somebody who obviously like-minded too, and we're all on the same path as far as as Aaron likes to talk about Freedom Crusaders, and that's so true. For people that just want a better way in life. So that's just what I wanted to share as well. Anything else you guys have?
Yes, I have a few things I wanted to tell you about tagging, and back to the etiquette subject. When we tag, or at least when I do it, I tag people that I know. For instance, I have, and we have, like I said, we all belong in the same company. But the thing is that we have different groups. So when I tag someone, when we have our Wednesday hangouts for our group, I will tag people, and we all go and we support my post, and vice versa. Whoever has posted, we usually take a screenshot of all the people that are on our team hangout, and then we make a comment on it, and then support one another. And I can tag people in that group because I know them, and we all have a one common cause. And even you guys, if I wanted to tag you guys for a specific event or a specific notification, I would do that. But sometimes there's a way to do tagging that you can do it where it's not offensive, and that is to do it in the comments. So I'll have a post. If I want to draw attention to it, it'll go into, even though the tagging also goes into your notifications if you did the post, but you don't put it up again in the particular post that you're going to do. Let me show you so you can see what I mean, because I know some people may not understand. So I'm going to go to my Facebook wall again. Now, let me scroll down. I'll go to, for instance, Wednesday night. If I can find it. I don't realize how many posts I put on here. I have to scroll down. Like, for instance, here is, let's see, is this my post? This is someone else, but they tagged everyone here, 13 posts plus 14. So we're all in this group, so we don't mind that. We all can see that. It'll come into our notifications, and then we can all comment on it if we want to. Now, if I did not want to do this and put all the people's tags up here, let's see, that's his post. My post is here. And I tagged some people as well, as you can see, because we are all in this hangout and we're all in this group, and I couldn't even think of everybody that was in the group to tag, but we're okay with this. But say, for instance, I do have a post, and I didn't want to put, well, some people have their settings, whereas if they are in a post, their tags will automatically come up, right? Because I did not tag them. Their posts or their settings, if somebody has a picture of me, I want to know about it, so they will, boom, their tag will show up. But if I wanted to notify some other people, I would put it down here in the comments section. I would start to write, or I just tag them. And how you tag is what? Some people don't even know that. You use the @ sign like that, and then you start to write their name, and it will pop up. Like, for instance, let's see here, my friend Rosa right here. I will type in her name, @ symbol, and then Rosa. She should come up. I thought she's right here, right? And I would do that. I'm not going to post this, and then I could say, Rosa Lindsay, here, is one of the pictures of me and you when we were at said event, and boom, then we've got it. So that's how I do if I really want to draw their attention to a post that I have, because if I put their picture here, it still may go here, and let me see, let me just click on this, because I really didn't see if this goes on her wall. It may be, and it may not be. She may still have the privacy settings where it does not go directly to her wall, but she will get the notification. Yeah, I don't see it here. I don't see it here. But sometimes people will have it, even though that they'll get the notification, they'll be tagged, as I said, but it will go into another place, and let me show you where that is. For instance, see the view activity log. I did not, when I first got, I had no idea that this was here. This was a while ago, of course, but now I do. It has the activity log, and this is where it goes if people tag me. So tag review. There's one, so I would hit this and I'll see who tagged me, right? And I can choose to either ignore this, or I can add. She's asking that she wants to be tagged. She says Valerie asked to tag Valerie Ignashi. This is this girl right here in this picture, and I'm going to say yes because Valerie and I are friends. But maybe if it's someone who does that and I don't know them, for instance, like, and I don't understand this, why people will tag someone else, they'll tag me in somebody else's picture, and that's not me. And I obviously don't allow that because it's not me, but I will allow that because she wants to do that, and I know Valerie. So here's another one, review this one. And this was a game, a friend of mine, she's a friend, but she's not a business partner. I don't do games. I don't do all the silly kind of things, so I didn't respond to this, and I just had that. So I can choose to either add it to my timeline, which I don't want to do, or I can hide the post. People will still see this, and they can engage. You know, my friends will see this because I'm public if they want to. It's still in the timeline, but I choose not to, so I'm just going to go ahead and hide that. I usually don't play these, what are they? I forget what they call letter games. You know, I forget the exact terminology for those kind of games, but you know, they want you to follow them and all this stuff, like chain letter type of things. I don't really particularly like that stuff because honestly, I'm a business person. I don't have time for that. But also, I wanted to get back to a lot of times people go, how do I get out of a chat? Like, we know we have group chats, right? This is our chat right here. I'm going to go to it. Now, a lot of people don't know what this little cog is for, and I tell them, click on that. You could see the full conversation, which goes here. It's make it a lot easier. It doesn't come up in that into that little window, and then you can see the whole chat, and it goes on and on and on because we've been, you know, this is my team, our Overcoming the Odds one, and there's 5 people in this particular chat. But sometimes people will tag you and put you in a chat that you don't want to be in. So I found a lot of marketers don't even know how to get out. How do I get out of here? And why did you put me in this? And they're really irate. I recommend you don't do that. Again, unless you know the people, you've talked to them and you said, you know, I'm going to send you a link and I'm going to put it in a private chat with a bunch of us, okay? I would do it individually. I wouldn't do it all together. It saves time if you did it all together. You wouldn't have to do it individually, but a lot of people don't like that. So you go back here, and again, you can add people. You can edit the participants. That's what you would do. But right here, you're going to leave the conversation. That's all you do. You just leave the conversation, and then you're out of that chat forever, unless you know you want to go back in it, or you ask the person who did it if you know who they are. And usually people know who sent this chat, you know, who sent this message, and blah blah. They're like in a panic. So I will just go in and before I delete myself, I will usually put a message. You just go up to the wheel, the cog, go to leave conversation, hit that, and another probably window box will. I'm not going to do it right now, but a box will pop up. You know, cancel or leave conversation. So it's as simple as that. Let me get out of here. Let's see, how do I click on this to get rid of that? But I think that's a simple thing that a lot of people just panic about, which they have no reason to. So also pictures. Pictures. How to monetize your pictures. I know I have, let's see, where are my photos? I don't even know how many photos I have. But sometimes I'll quickly post things and I don't monetize these at all. See, it says add a description. This was when we were in Vegas, and the Westin back in last January of 2015, and I posted this because I did a post with a bunch of palm trees. I like palm trees, right? So let's see, I think I did. Nope, that's a video. That is the video. Okay, but see all of these, like here I put something, and I put this long thing about me and my husband, and I put a link here. I think I did. And if I didn't put a link, I need to put a link, which I didn't put. I believe certain things I'll leave a comment, because I wrote a long post. I even forgot what this post is about, but it was something like, let's see here. This was a scriptural post that I did, but I wanted people to leave a message. And here, who's going to Nashville? I put all these tags, and of course, you know, this goes to, when you put tags, it goes to a list of things of people who have used the term Nashville. And not all are Nashville about our event, but other people that would see this, perhaps if they're interested, they could see my post and want to know, well, what is she talking about in Nashville? What is she doing? Now, this is the post link here, right? Someone might be interested, well, what is this all about? And if I had my link here, which I could obviously edit my own post, I could go back and edit it, and I could put in my link for whatever I want it to go to, whether I want it to go to my blog, I want it to go to my opt-in page, I want it to go to somewhere else, I can put my link there, right? That's what I could do. Oops, what do I say? Are you sure you want to? Oh no, I don't want to discard this. So I just wait, yeah. I don't want to do that, but uh-oh, wait, how do I close this? I'm not making any changes, so I'll just save that. But let me go back here, back to my photos. And again, I just want to show you guys, oh, I'm already on my photos, okay. So I have pictures that I have not put in a link that I could do. This one I believe I did. It says see more. So I have a link, and I believe this goes to my Instagram. Right, and there's my Instagram, there's my capture page.
Hi there, everybody. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for landing on my Instagram.
So that's that. Uh-oh, I think I got out of that. Did I get out of it? Can you guys still see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, let me go back and find another one. But that's what you need to do. You need to, if we're business people, we need to go to a post, and I know I've got tons of them. Let's see this one, where it just says add a description. I didn't put anything in it. We know this is Rocky Vega and me. This was in Vegas when we went to the Red Rock. But I could go back in here and I could put a little description and of where I was if I want, location. I can, again, edit it, which I would go up here. Oops, nope, that's not that. I don't want that. Edit. Go back, and I can type in something and put in my business link for wherever I want to direct it, and done editing. You know, I would just say that it goes back to whatever. But I have tons and tons of pictures in here that I can go back to. And here, I think I didn't put anything. I just put Rise 2015, which was last year. And David Wood, again, he has himself tagged here, right? And when he has, and I have all these, you know, people that liked it, but I can go back in and I could put a link. Even though it's from last year, when I do that and update it, it's going to go back up into the news feed, and other people can see that post. So you can do, I could do any one of these pictures that I haven't done anything. This was in Nashville, some friends of mine. Here I don't have a link. I just have hashtags, which go to different places. But wouldn't it be nice if other eyeballs are going to go on this whenever I click on this? Wouldn't it be nice for me to have my link there? So maybe a year from now, people going through something, they discover my pictures or they see it, they go, oh, well, what is that about? And here again is our Superwoman team. Once again, I haven't got a link here. I haven't got anything. So I'm kind of bad too because I have not monetized any of these pictures. So it probably would take me a day or so. I think I have 2,000 pictures. It may take me longer than that. But then I can copy and paste. Like I could take a link, and sometimes, I can make it specific to a post, and like I said, make it specific as far as the comments on it. But then I can copy and paste my link to whatever post and picture I want it on. How many do I have, by the way? I'm surprised it's not telling me, but I think it will here. I have 3,461 posts. So some of these I have links and some of them I don't. But just imagine me taking the ones I don't have, redoing that, repurposing them, and putting them back up there. And who knows? No one might see it, and then everybody might see it. And I might get a lead off of that, of what it is that I have. So that's my little tip, guys, that we could do, or you guys could do. And I'm going to stop screen share. Can you guys see me now?
Yep.
All right. So that's basically, what I wanted to talk about. So for this session and this time. And so just think about that. Think of what you could do with your old pictures.
Awesome, awesome. Again, if you got value from what Patricia just shared, yes, comment below, because that was something interesting too. It's something as simple as the @ symbol. I don't know why I didn't think of that as far as putting it in the comments. And guys, going back to what we mentioned earlier, it does cover the Facebook etiquette. That's one thing we want to talk about this evening, as far as Facebook etiquette, how to help you be like a pro, and then monetize your own posts or pictures, and monetize the ones that they have recently posted. So again, come join us below. Yes, click the green button to yes, let me in, and then go buy your event ticket to Nashville so you can learn from some more 6- and 7-figure earners. Again, it's their income disclosure below as well, and you can find out some of the more secrets and some of the other unspoken ways that Facebook does not really tell you about. And just so you won't be in the quote unquote Facebook jail for doing some stuff you just don't know. So that's what we want to share here this evening. And with that being said, we will see you same time, same place next week.
Peace.